What is going on? I am Anon Moose, also known as Zed Mott. That is ZMOT in your creator code boost in every single Supercell game. Now, we are going to talk about the Boom Pass today. Now, this account has not been doing a heck of a lot on the Boom Pass. I have another account where I'm at the very end, but a lot of you have said you have gotten a mission that says win with Cryoneer only. Now, first and foremost, that is straight up stupid. We'll talk about more about that in a second, but I wanted to talk about the details. Win with Bombardier only is essentially the closest parallel that I have. I don't have the Cryoneer. You guys have sent a screenshot, so I know that it actually does exist, or you guys are good at Photoshop, one of the two things. So, this means we cannot use a hero with our Bombardiers. We cannot use tanks with our Bombardiers. We cannot use medics with our Bombardiers. Now, does that mean they're going to do a win with medic only, which would be almost impossible? Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you just jump on in, do early stages of Dr. T, no big deal. Well, that doesn't work, sadly. Sadly, we can't just go something like this, drop all of our Cryoneers, and then barrage the headquarters. Doesn't work because they thought of that before we could, and even though we can't get the entire headquarters down, or whatever the heck that's called on Dr. T. Is it called the headquarters? I don't even know. There actually are some interesting building names on Dr. T. So regardless, you can't just use Dr. T or Imitation Game. Unfortunately, you have to attack actual bases, whether they are PvP like Long Than or Cocky, an NPC base. Now, the reason why I think Cryoneers are so stupid is that besides the obvious ones, where if we have a quick look, my Cryoneers are maxed, which will help a little teeny tiny bit. Their damage per second is 49, and sure, we get a bunch of them per boat, but what did I say that was? 49, so we'll say 50, so we get, what is that? 7 of them in there. We're doing 350 damage per second, and if we look at Cocky, for example, lots of health, 10,000 to be exact. So we're going to be tickling these bases, but also if you have a quick look, and I'm preaching to the choir here, I'm quite sure, but if you have a look at the cost of these guys, so going down to Riflemen, changing from full boats of Riflemen to full boats of Cryoneers is 64,000 gold. These ladies are gosh darn expensive. Yes, Laser Rangers are way more expensive, but this is going to be a struggle for certain. Now, we are somewhat aided by the fact that we've got the remote hack, so your GBE will go a little bit farther than normal right about now, so we are going to use that remote hack, and obviously if you're watching this video weeks or months later, I don't know what to tell you. I'll try and do without using it as well. So on these bases, this is a pretty much perfect example of where you want to be attacking. So we're going to throw a couple artillery there, a barrage there, because yes, Cryoneers versus Flamethrower, not much of a fair fight, and then need to get that sidewalk going. Not intentionally saying words that actually are words, but nonetheless, here's the difficult part. You can't drop your hero. So if you drop your hero, retreat as soon as you possibly can, because otherwise you're not going to get the achievement. You're going to waste your gold, you're going to waste your time, and you're not going to get the achievement, so double negative. Now, critters are going to be your friend here. Critters are going to do most of the damage of what we're after. I am going to throw a barrage onto that Flamethrower right there, and then we are just going to continue to use critters. Developers. It might ring a bell for some of you, but we're just going to keep pumping out the critters. The Cryoneer's job is going to be to keep those critters alive, and that is all. Now, notice I said I was going to use a remote hack, but you can see here we're going to win regardless of if we have the remote hack. If you do have it though, throw it on a boom cannon near the core. That's going to give you some extra damage on that core. And bada bing, bada boom, we won using Cryoneers only. Didn't lose all that many of them. Could have lost a few less if we spent a bit more GBE, but trying to keep the numbers manageable. And also, obvious detail, if you boost your statues, you're going to have a little bit better time. But I gotta say, most of these missions just are all about me attacking NPC bases. I have not attacked NPC bases in a long time. So just get those artillery out, get those barrage out, and clean yourself up a spot. So what we're gonna do on this attack, for example, is just get rid of these flamethrowers and drop these critters back here. Just straight up dropping all of these critters and just crittering down that headquarters. Not even worrying about dropping our stupid Cryoneers. We're just gonna sit there and watch. And as soon as that headquarters gets very low, which I assume it will here in a second, come on, we're just gonna drop all of these ladies right about now. We've got all Cryoneers. We beat that base using all Cryoneers and lost 0 troops in the process. My goodness, are we ever good at this game. So just make darn certain that you drop the Cryoneers before that headquarters pops. And the smart people out there, the observant people out there are going, Zedmot, you don't even need to do that. And you're right. I will show you a way to do it even smarter here in a second. I don't think we can do it against this base though. So on that last attack, as that headquarters was about to pop, I dropped all of my Cryoneers and put all of them in danger. And you'll notice that this thing back here does not say you have to use 8 boats. It just says Bombardier only. So only drop 1 boat of Cryoneers when you're using critters. That way you're not putting all of your troops at risk. That way, if for some reason the headquarters doesn't pop and you screw it up, you only lose 1 boat of troops. Again, bases like this are the perfect example. So we're going to get rid of that rocket launcher super easy. We are going to get rid of those sniper towers using 2 artillery, and then might as well clear some mines around here, get all of our critters out back in this neighborhood, and you can use all of your GBE because Cryoneers don't cost GBE to drop, and then just hang out. Maybe go get yourself a coffee. Don't use 3 times mode, whatever you do though, because you will regret it, because these troops, we're going to drop them right there. We're going to throw a smoke on top of them just to make sure they stay alive. And just like that, we have destroyed the headquarters using Cryoneers only. So if Boom Beach does, for some silly reason, destroy headquarters with, or win with medics only, that is possible as well. So hopefully this has helped you get a mission down that you thought was impossible. I had a comment today, someone said they had a mission for win using tanks only. Tanks only should be super straightforward. Again, NPC, you guessed it, NPC. So we're just gonna throw a barrage in the middle of all of those buildings, clearing everything. And if you want the true challenge, yes, do beat the base using your proper troops. And if you just want to carry on and get on with your day, then just get rid of some things. Throw all of your critters out front, throw all of that GBE, and then we're going to get a shock about there. Now, quick note, destroying buildings around the headquarters does 70% of the damage. So throwing critters back here would have been way faster than having our critters chomp away at that headquarters. So lesson number 7 on the video. Yes, there have been 7 things learned here. There will be a quiz. Do pay close attention. Is to make gosh darn sure that you're throwing your critters in the right spot. I threw them in a stupid spot there, and a couple times in this video you guys have had to scream at the screen. Thank you for all of you who do that. Yes, I do feel it through the powers of the internet. So throw your critters in smart spots. And I said Like, you just got to be a little bit more patient if you're throwing them back here. So we are going to throw a shock about there, throw a barrage on those critters, hitting the corner of buildings at all times, and notice the health on that headquarters, how quickly it has gone down. And I think it's called a headquarters, but I'm not 100% certain. So if any of you are out there screaming at the sky, yeah, I know, I need to check my names of buildings a little bit more, but when it comes to not having enough time for things, those are the things that fell away. I actually made a Boom Beach Discord quiz to go with the quiz bot, and that was so gosh darn long ago that I couldn't even tell you the answers anymore. I used to know way more of these details, and I used to geek out on way more things. Let's drop a boat or two of Cryoneers back here in the hopes that they don't hit that boom mine. Of course they will, though, and they are gonna ever so slightly slow down those mortars and cannons and things. So that is gonna be it for the video today, trying to stay up on the boom pass. I know that there's a lot of things going on with it, and it's not necessarily fun for all of you, but I've had a lot of fun with the missions, except for like the do 10 dives submarine mission. But at the same time, I totally understand why that is there, because otherwise you end up sitting there staring at this screen waiting for more missions. And yes, I've got 4 dives down, I've got 6 more to go, probably maybe 5 more because it's already currently out on a dive. But also, quick note, in case you weren't aware, all of your completed missions are over on the right hand side. So checking through all of these missions bit by stinking little bit and watching those rewards fly by. Only 2 more free rewards left with 25 days on the season. Will they open up more, or is 3,500 the very, very, very end of the boom pass? Gonna have to wait and find out on that one. Anyways, thank you for coming in, keeping Code ZMod in that creator boost. Do let me know if you're playing the free boom pass, what you think about it, if you think it's stupid, if you think it's mildly entertaining. Mildly entertaining is enough in my opinion. Just having those missions help a little teeny tiny bit. I myself love having this sculptor queue, and I have been doing 2 masterpieces overnight, getting rid of my fragments my shards as well, so it has helped my powder numbers a little teeny tiny bit. Anyways, gotta go. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMod. Peace.